It's that time indeed here on a Friday morning for us to get interactive, sharing the morning with you, the wonderful people, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yes, Julie, Eddie, Anthony, Danny, the brothers, Ian Marshall. And morning, what kind of mood? What kind of mood? What's the mood? What's the vibe? What's up? What's happening?
Well, I did. I just make sure checking for song. Make sure you have good song. All right. So that's Songdacious. That's Songdacious. Let me check the other one day. Because we multi-streaming now. So as we multi-stream, can we bat so? Let's see now. Where are we? Yes. Let me go. Hold on. Nice. Another one day? Yes. Main on, you know. Nice. Oh, nice. Okay, good. All right. So we good. We cooking with gas. We cooking with gas. Gas. Cooking with gas. All right. So good morning to everybody, wherever you are. It's the interactive segment of the Morning Scoop this morning. I am here joining with the brother Denny, and we're gonna be here with you until about 9 o'clock. Then you doing VPL today?
No, I'm not doing any VPL today.
What do you mean? Let's go VPL now, man.
Huh?
Let's go VPL now.
Maybe later this afternoon.
Later this afternoon.
Possibly.
Okay.
There are 3 games on today.
3 games on. One start 9.
Right.
It's like 11:30 and 2:30 years ago.
Somewhere there. Yeah.
So
we might crash the last game.
Well, sounds like a plan. It's some planacious. You know what I'm saying? We crashed that and we taking some of the games. My team losing.
Who's your team? Grenadine Divers.
I say football, right?
Well, they dive in.
Right. But no, they had a game yesterday. They didn't make a lot of runs. But they really fought back well with the ball until the last over. To lose, they made 70-something runs. So I said, nah boy, they're gone.
You can't make 70 other than 10.
Oh, they won by 4 runs.
Well, they won.
But the point I'm making is the last over, they wanted 18 runs to win. There's no way you could tell me you had the last over. The other team wanted 18 runs. Nah, they're supposed to win that. They ain't supposed to win that. They ain't supposed to. I sit down, I sit and listen to you, boss man. Let me manage the team for you. I can take over the management of the team because that's my team. That's my team. By the way, I gotta pick up the boy black man up there in Sand Hill. Today's his birthday. I'm sure that's what he tell me. April 14th. I'm sure that's what he told me. So if today's not birthday, oops, but I know it's your birthday. So let me big you up and wish you happy birthday today. Have a blast and watch me. If you find your way out at VPL, you might meet me. And we could go downstairs under the stand now. You know the under the stand is all right. We'll go under the stand for a little while and we go link up a little bit. All right. So all the best to you and everybody. Popcorn, listen. Popcorn, yeah. Popcorn.
So much Jamaica.
No, but they understand right now. They understand. Sometimes I don't think we understand. So we are black man who understand. And we go buy some popcorn. That is a different color popcorn, the yellow one and the red one and so on, multicolored. We like the popcorn. So big up your boy, black man up there inside. Well, you know, they used to call them bottle poppers, bottle stoppers. Yeah, so we could pop off a few covers up of bottles.
All right, good.
You know, and we could icy boom boom, juicy boom boom, juicy.
I've heard that in a long time.
Yeah, icy boom boom, juicy. But you right, Johnny. I'm talking to Angela Young, and I'm reminding her. I can't remember where we were, and she passed by, and somebody recognized her. That lady. So I'm saying, oh, that's Angela Young. She's a former Miss SBG and so on and so on. But partner, remember Angela from Three Jewels Rice? The young ones would know what we're talking about. They probably know she from Lotto. But you know, it's a Three Jewels Rice and so on, you know. Those nostalgic days.
Pretty Paul, you remember?
Pretty Paul, a clever girl. Yeah. Oh my Lord.
Let's get back to real things.
Yes.
Real happenings.
We on Facebook, Jill. We are there. So go to Facebook if it but you're on YouTube, so relax yourself. Yes, real vibes.
All right. SVG economy expected to grow by 6% in 2023, second highest predicted growth in the region.
You ain't gonna hear that anywhere else, eh?
Right.
You ain't gonna hear it by the nice people. the hot people suck the teeth. You know, so unless you listen to
one word, there's one word need to change this. Take out the word girl.
I don't know.
That's the
Oh my Lord. You know. There are some individuals, and we've said this over and over and over, they find it difficult to speak any good news about our country. Right? So they would dispute anything good happening here. But yet they benefit from the absence of money by having some big expensive shows anyway. And I can never reconcile it too. I can never reconcile the fact that we so broken and things so bad and we have no money and all of that stuff. But your shows are some of the biggest and most expensive, period. I was trying to figure that out. I didn't go. Strange enough. And I'll be honest with you and say, I have never attended any of his shows. Ever. Not back then, not now. I've never attended any of his shows. And I don't see myself attending any of them. But especially the last time when they were talking about the costs associated with the drinks and so forth. The prices I saw, ridiculous. But he justified it. It's a matter of supply and demand. And the fact that people are able to demand overpriced drinks and pay for them is because the money there. Exactly. It's because the money there. But because remember, supply don't affect demand, Supply affect price. It don't affect demand. I mean, at least directly. Somebody might argue, well, if supply affect the price and price go up, and then demand go down because the price is because the supply. Well, that's a kind of argument. Those causational kind of thing. It's up to you. Or correlation versus causation. That's a kind of an argument. But people are only able to demand. People's demand is consistent to their spending power. I ain't going to demand a Lexus GX 470 because I can't afford that. So whatever the demand for those Lexus cars is.
No.
Okay. Whatever the demand for those high-end Lexus cars is, it don't include me. It don't include me. But the expected growth is consistent. It's something that we've been talking about, especially coming off of volcano, where when everybody else contracted, we didn't. And the reason we didn't contract is because of the policies of the government. Hey, we didn't shut down, we didn't lock down, and the government did things like Love Box and so forth to stimulate the economy. We were the only exporting country in the region, I don't know if people remember that, During COVID, SVG was the only exporting country in the region. Everybody else was shut down. Everybody else was shut down. So it's things like those that caused us to not contract or not experience quote unquote negative growth when everybody else did. And as we rebound, you're hearing we're having some of the highest growth levels in the region. And people will deny it, People will deny it. People will deny it. Even as they see it in front of them. Even as they see it in front of them. And of course, then when the government, through its fiscal policy, reduces taxes, so there's tax reduction by doing two things. You lower the tax rate while you increase the tax threshold. Exactly. That's a fiscal measure. It means people have money in their hand. If people have money in their hand, people could spend more money. And people are spending more money. I could never understand the talk about how poor we are and how people suffering when twice a month car boat in the wharf. twice a month about than you have. It's only a matter of time, in my view, before we go to a 3-letter number plate, you know.
Only a matter of time. I agree with you.
Yeah, because we have PY. It's only Z, PX, because we only PX, so it's only Z, and then we go on PAA and PAB. Only a matter of time. So you look at all of those things happening, and you factor in the measures implemented by the government. And while the government reduced taxes, it increased salaries for workers. So you have the double effect. You have the double. Usually, what happens, especially in the mid-range areas, lower mid, is that the increase then would push you over the threshold.
Exactly.
So that you might get an increase in the one hand, but in the other hand, you lose some of that increase in taxes. What the government sought to do this time around is to increase the threshold. So especially in the mid to lower mid, chances are that the increase didn't push you over the threshold because the government increased the threshold some more. The increase might have pushed you from 20,000 to 21,000 something. Or it might have pushed you, you might be making 18,000, which is $1,500 a month. But you get an increase and it pushes you to 20,000 or 21,000. Say, shoot, boy, I got in the threshold now because now the threshold was 20,000. But the government ensured that this increase pushes you up, yes, but it also elevated the threshold. So you're making 21,000 something, you still ain't paying no taxes. So especially lower brackets, the lower owners, the lower income owners are able to keep that extra money, actually see the extra money. And for those in the middle and even upper middle, you're paying less taxes. You get the increase, but because of the threshold and so on and the decreasing rate, you're paying less taxes, so you have more money still. So while before you might have been worried that the increase pushes you over the threshold or pushes you up some more, so you're paying a little bit more, the increase of the threshold and the reduction in taxes, you're paying less taxes. All are equal. All of that equals more money in your hand.
And very importantly, it doesn't just happen at that part of the scale, but at the opposite side of the scale. Reducing the tax rate from 20%.
Exactly.
2% is significant enough.
Oh yes.
Significant.
Oh yes. If somebody is making $100,000 a year with a tax rate of, let's say 60,000, sorry, is a taxable income. Let's say 60,000. Well, no, okay, it wouldn't be. I mean, let me be realistic. 80,000 is taxable income, right? Or 78, right? 1% of that is $780. That's 1%. So 2% is $1,500.
Almost, exactly. No,
more. $1,560.
Exactly.
So immediately that's where you're saving from taxes, from the reduction in 2%.
And 1 month's salary for somebody.
Of course, but that's exactly what we're discussing. That's exactly what we're discussing. Those in the lower bracket are making $1,500 a month.
Exactly.
That's somebody's salary you get now. That's just the savings from the taxes. And don't forget that before, the threshold was lower. Threshold was lower. It's now increased. So both angles, you're making some money.
Let's take a call. We have a first call for the morning. Good morning to you. Bristol, how are you doing? That's, that's something. You're talking health. You're talking health wise. Is it a matter of health? Right.
Still,
So you're still not getting us on 104.7? Yeah. You have us this morning, man. So go ahead. You have our ears this morning. So go ahead. Yes.
just didn't hear the caller.
Not hearing the caller.
Mm-mm. I mean, that's done by because the feed going through this, you know. So,
go to Cuba. And with the one where opposition is saying now that a, a travel government of where they go to Cuba. So me say, well, when me
Very well.
Yeah, we're having a little issue with the sound on the stream. What you're hearing there is the actual microphone on the device and not the system.
So let's take a break. Let's take a
Yeah,
break.
let's try and sort it out.
Keep it all right with that here on the Star Indeed on a Friday morning.